We just got out of a brutal argument. The adrenaline is high. The stakes are high. Everything is high right now. And I will just say, me and Jenna were on the same team.
Absolutely we were, and I'd do it all again.
I would do it all again. And who was the fight against? Of course.
None other than, drum roll please, Joe.
Oh, shocker. You know, it always baffles me, like, when he tries to tell me things that I clearly know more about. Guys, this argument was about Taylor Swift, and we'll dive more into it. But me and Jenna are huge Swifties, as you know.
Huge.
And Joe is trying to tell us, okay, you know the Calvin Harris song that's like, everybody's watching her, but I'm looking at you, you. We were just saying Taylor Swift is the vocals for You, which maybe a lot of people don't know, but people in the Swiftie fandom know that, Jenna.
It's like a meme that every Swiftie, when that song comes on, will be like, did you know that ooh, ooh,
yeah,
ooh, that's Taylor. That's just like, it's like a funny thing that everybody knows.
And we're just FaceTiming before we're setting up for this, and he's like, what? No, it's not. Like, what do you mean, no, it's not, you straight?
Joe?
Like, you're literally a straight. Like, what do you mean?
I cannot. He had the audacity to be like, no, it's not.
And his thing is like research. So all of a sudden he starts pulling up like all the recordings, every studio he was recording at, like pulling up all this shit.
Because we were like, Calvin Harris confirmed this himself.
Yeah.
And he pulls up the Calvin Harris tweet, and Calvin Harris said, she even sings on it a little bit too. And Joe's like, he didn't specify that she sang that part.
Yeah, no, it's like just.
And he says that doesn't sound like her. That sounds like Rihanna.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. It's meant to. They're not gonna make it sound like Donald Trump. Like it's gonna. They're gonna try to make it sound similar.
It blew my mind, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm just like That's why I'm like, you know what? You are right. You're right. And I know he's going to see this and he's going to be like, that's not what happened. And we're going to fight about it on the episode I do with him. So
yeah, well, he said that he needs to cool down a little bit from the fight, and then he'll come argue it with us. Welcome back to Sidetracked.
What?
Andrew, you know what I was thinking?
What?
We need a stand-up name, or you need a stand-up name.
No, we do.
Like what are the viewers called? What do you guys want to be called?
That's a good one. I feel like anything I come up with is going to be cheesy. So you guys have to leave it down below, like what you should be called.
Little Gorginas.
Oh, that's funny.
Hello, my little Gorginas, and welcome back.
That has some gay somewhere. Some gay somewhere has to have that.
Some gay somewhere. Yeah, that's true. I thought you were going to say some gay somewhere just got his wings.
That too. Look, I really, truly believe, we talked about this a little, I think we're putting Gorgina on the map.
I do too. I really
Avatar
do.
and Gorgina.
Absolutely.
Oh.
We're making waves.
Guys, huge, big news, guys.
I received text from Andrew. Jenna, this is all caps. Jenna.
All typos.
Jenna. Till I had to scroll. He said, this is huge announcement. I didn't know what to expect, but tell him, Andrew. Tell them what you said.
We got a comment on the last episode from one of you guys saying, and it was late at night, like almost changed. Andrew, did you see they have Avatar skins in the Fortnite shop right now? When I tell you I levitated out of my seat, I was bouncing around my apartment screaming. Zach was in the middle of a show. I literally was like, stop watching! Like, I turned my Xbox on at the speed of light as I'm texting you, like with my toes. I'm like, Jenna, while I'm like, I went and I bought the entire bundle with my last $25 I have to my name right now. Because this podcast is making $18 a month. But with my last $22 I have to my name, I bought that Avatar bundle.
Actually, I feel like it was a great, because what else are you going to do with your last $22? One meal?
That's eat? Like, honestly.
No, but like one meal. You're not going to survive for a week.
That's
so like
what I'm
you
saying.
might as well.
I'd rather just end it quicker as an Avi. Like
Yeah,
I don't have to eat again. I'll just end it quicker as an Avi. And that's where I'm at.
I was so proud of you. So I played as Nantiri.
Yeah.
Andrew played as Jake Sully. And it's great. It's really great. I want them to do, though, like a whole season, like collab.
I wouldn't make it through. I really think like, I don't think my heart could take it. I don't think it could take it. Because like one day I know it's going to be gone.
This is how I felt when they dropped the Lady Gaga skin in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like I was on a countdown waiting to get the skin.
You had that before I knew how big that was for you.
Yeah. You've been actually experiencing me in my... I'm glad you get to experience this. Same with Joe, because Gaga's last album came out in 2020.
Yeah.
She couldn't do a lot of promo for it either because it was during the pandemic. And us Gaga stans are being fed right now. Gaga is everywhere. When Abracadabra dropped...
That was a biggie. That was a big one.
No, I cannot. My heart was palpitating for 3 days straight. I'd wake up like early just because I was so like pumped that the song was out.
You know what's really sad? If we lived closer together, we could literally just hang out and try to learn the dance for a TikTok, like to be funny.
I know. Well, I learned part of it on my own.
Can you do it really quick right now?
The sitting part. The part that's like abracadabra, abracadabra. I think I just mixed two parts. Oh no, it's abracadabra, abracadabra.
No, like I want to see it.
I did it.
Oh, it's like with the hands. Okay, I thought your hands were your legs in that moment.
No.
Okay. Okay, you didn't put like a lot of passion into it, but I'll give it to you. We are podcasting. It's fine.
I'm embarrassed. Can we cut that out?
No, I love it.
Do you think she'll hire me for her MasterCard commercial if we submit that?
I definitely think she's thinking about it for sure. Like, it's definitely an option if, like, no one else exists. But listen.
Okay.
Speaking of embarrassing, I'm back on my YouTube game, okay? I posted my first video back. I'm filming again tomorrow. Gonna try to post it by Friday, which it would be already, the second one would be already up for you by now if I make that deadline. But I'm back on my game, and I just did like a fun, upbeat, like talking video in my car, and like I went and I got my tinted moisturizer. You guys know I'm on my tinted moisturizer journey, and I think I got scammed, but you could go watch the video for that. But I'm wearing it right now, right? And then I go and I try to set my tinted moisturizer because I was like, okay, first of all, like I said, I think I got scammed. I told her I'm very oily. She gave me dewy. I said, I really don't want this. She said, no, you're oily because you're dry.
No, sometimes you need to go with dewy if you're oily. Because if you try to go too matte against it, something doesn't work. Like, you got to play into the... But Jenna, you got to replace.
The albedo off of my skin while filming, you would not have even seen me. Like, it was crazy. So I was like, you know what? Let me set my face. So I grabbed my powder that I've only ever used for the Barbie premiere, and I'm setting my face, and then I'm like... oh, this would be great, except the fact that this is bronzer. It's not powder. So if I'm orange, go on over to Spotify, listen to this audio, leave it a 5-star.
Actually, not a bad idea. Then you don't have to watch me do the abracadabra dance that I just butchered. Botched.
Yeah, I think low-key you're embarrassed by it because you don't want Lady Gaga to see it, and you don't want her to see that you didn't do it that well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I'm so
Stephanie's
obsessed with Lady Gaga that I wouldn't even want to meet her because I don't know what I would do. Do you feel that way about anybody?
No. I want to meet everyone.
Like, I think I'd faint.
Would you really?
See, the problem is, I don't know what I would do, and that scares me.
Well, I mean, when we met Trisha Paytas, you did say, this is Andrew, he's a famous YouTuber, in front of all other YouTubers who were 10 times the size of me.
I loved meeting Trisha, but it's not on the same level.
Yeah, but I'm saying, even in front of Trisha, you went wonky and crazy.
Right. Sure did.
So in front of Lady Gaga, who knows the possibilities?
Absolutely. Unhinged.
Well, obviously, we have things we want to talk about. And then I asked you guys for questions, advice, confession. So we're going to get into some of that in the last half. So be very, very, very excited for that, you guys. There's some crazy ones. You guys are kind of crazy.
I know. I can't wait because I haven't seen or heard any of them. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, and then we also have a few calls from people, audio calls. We can listen to their little voices.
Yep.
So it's going to be fun.
I can't wait.
I'm wearing a Tarte sweatshirt. So, Tarte, if you're watching this, I'm not wearing Tarte makeup. But if there's a good tinted moisturizer, let me know. You are. There you go. You're wearing Tarte makeup. I'm wearing Tarte sweatshirt.
Favorite.
Remember that for Bora Bora, if that ever happens again.
Yeah, remember me too.
Maureen kind of ate. She posted. She was like, oh, other brands are spending $8 million for a Super Bowl commercial, but I take everyone to Bora Bora for a week and I get hate. She posted something
true.
like that. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
She
really
kind
good
of ate.
point.
She ate down with that one.
8 down. Good
So,
job, Maureen.
I also didn't do my hair, so that's just going to be flopping all over.
I
but
love it. Andrew, you've been
it's
looking
cozy.
so good lately. I've been gassing this man up. I say that he's Gorgina. I say that he's angelic. I say that
Yeah.
he's slaying the house down boots, and he just doesn't believe me.
I say you're a liar because
Yeah.
I am at my all-time highest weight. Besides, like 2012, that was a doozy. But in like my most recent years, my adult life, I'm at my highest weight for sure.
I think you look
So-
amazing.
That's nice. Look, you can be at your highest weight and also look your best.
Yeah, absolutely.
I unfortunately don't. You know what I did do though to start looking my best? Yesterday, I unleashed my inner Italian and
Okay.
I made chicken cutlets for the first time.
Yes, you did. Yes. Don't only insert that picture. I would like for you also to insert the picture of the process.
Yeah. I'll insert that picture too, the process. It's here's the thing. I am realizing I'm actually a really good cook. My Italian roots really jump out. The seasoning really jumps out. Everything really jumps out. However, it takes me 4 hours to make a simple recipe. So I made chicken cutlets yesterday. It took me 4 hours. There were some mishaps that you've seen, but I really came out on top and I made about 20 cutlets. It's going to last me to the weekend where it's kind of like a meal prep situation. I'm going to look slender, but it took me the whole day to make them. And I do have to say I'm proud. They're delicious. I
Did you make
good.
your mom's recipe?
Yeah.
She makes the best chicken cutlets I've ever had in my life.
Everyone says that. They are the best chicken cutlets anyone's
They're
ever had.
unbelievable.
They're crazy good. And
So,
so I
They
might do a
looked
video.
yours
making them.
looked amazing. So good
Right?
job.
Guys, didn't they look good? I kind of slayed. I've never cooked with like oil or anything like that. I've always been too scared. So like I haven't cooked a lot, but I do think once I start cooking a lot, I'll be good. That's what I'm
I
saying.
see the potential, Andrew. Good job.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I actually want to bring up like a trick I've been using. And this is like when you feel like you're getting anxiety, because we talked about having anxiety in the last episode, right?
Oh yeah, actually, I think a lot of people wrote in about anxiety and tips.
Really?
So this is good. Yeah.
I have a really good tip, guys, and it really works.
Are you gonna Jake Paul us and tell us to go for a walk and breathe deep?
I'm gonna Keemstar you. Take 3
Okay.
sips of beer. No. So if I feel like extra panicky, sometimes I feel it when I'm like driving for some reason, like thinking about stuff or like alone. I will use the 5 senses trick. Have you ever
Oh.
heard of this?
Yeah.
It's awesome. So like it actually works because it's supposed to like ground you and bring you back to reality. So you name one thing in your mind that you can see, one thing that you can taste, one thing that you can smell, one thing that you can feel, and one thing that you can hear.
But it has to be around you.
At that moment. At that moment. Not like in, yes, good point.
Yeah.
Just like in that specific moment because it like brings you back into your body. And it's amazing. Have you tried it?
Yeah, I think it really helps because like when you're having anxiety, you're thinking of the future, the past, something. You're not
Yes.
you're not in the present, and you're not
Yeah.
just like existing. You're thinking of a million things at once from another time, whatever it may be. And so that like when you're looking around, you're like, oh, I see my couch, I
Yes.
smell my chicken cutlets, whatever. It
Yeah.
grounds you, and like. Not only do you stop thinking about like your worries, like sure that helps, but it really helps you realize like, oh, I'm here right now and
Yep.
nothing else matters.
Yeah, it's really awesome. So if you guys, I mean, it literally like, it takes nothing to just try that. And so I would
Yeah.
suggest trying it. Why not?
Would you say you have anxiety or do you get anxiety sometimes?
I think I have it.
Me
like
too.
just generalized anxiety. But,
Me too.
you know, just learning how to cope with it. But like that really helps if you feel like you're like at the next level. Like, oh, I'm panicking.
Yeah. Oh my God, it really does. And
I had a lot of anxiety over the past few days because my dad just had a knee replacement yesterday, and
yeah, I
he's
didn't know
probably
if
at
you wanted to
home
talk about that.
watching, recovering right now. So shout out, Dad, I love you.
shout out Dad.
But he's doing fine now, and yeah, but I was just like panicking about like different stuff about that.
Yeah, no, I mean I get that. I always like I'm laying in bed at night all the time thinking about my family.
Yeah.
You know? And then I'm like, oh no, one day. That's why I'm like, I hope I die
Right, and
first.
like the fuck? Like, then I start thinking, like, why would I think about that now? Like,
Exactly.
Like,
That's
why?
why I'm like, okay, like trying to smell things around my room. Like, okay, I see my closet.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I just wanted to share that little trick.
That's a good tip.
No worries, no worries. Let me know if you guys try it, if it works, if you do it. I also, Andrew,
Yeah.
I have a burden that I bear.
Oh, I have a lot of those.
I do. I have a burden that I bear, and when I am specifically watching a movie with Joe on the couch or a show.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. No, this is big.
Yeah.
And don't worry, you're gonna have to answer to something soon.
Okay.
I will fall asleep on the couch while we're watching a movie or show, like doze off, right? And when he asks if I'm falling asleep, I would rather die than admit that I'm falling asleep.
Yeah.
At that, I'll say no, absolutely not, and I'll even go as far as to like position the pillow on the couch so that he can't see me falling asleep.
Why is that a thing? Zach does that too.
It is so bizarre because in that moment, nothing matters more to me than him not finding out that I'm falling asleep. But why? And like, if I do fall into a deep sleep and he wakes me up, I'm confused.
It's funny because I'm like, why does everyone hide the fact that they're falling asleep for me? And it's because like, if I see you that you're tired, I'm like, I like want to fight.
That brings me to my next point, Andrew. It's time to tell the people what you did to me in San Diego. It's time.
Oh my God. I
The
forgot.
people need to know. I've been hiding this.
That's actually hilarious. I forgot about that. Okay, so we were in San Diego and Jenna wanted to take a nap. And I'm just like, why are we taking naps? We're in San Diego for 3 days.
Okay, so I will start. I'll give you the exposition. I'll give you the background. Me, Joe, Stephanie, and Andrew went to Joe and Andrew's cousin's wedding. It was so much fun. I had just gotten engaged like 2 days before. We were all so excited to be together on a vacation.
San Diego.
We drank the house down.
Yeah, at the wedding.
And it was all like tequila. It was at a tequila distillery. It was super fun. The drinks were super strong. So we get back to the Airbnb and we ordered the most delicious Domino's of our entire life that night.
Okay, you guys know how I am with New York pizza. You're the same way. Like, we're from Long Island. Like, I always say this. I hate when people go and visit New York City and get the pizza and they're like, it's okay. That's not real New York pizza. I'm sorry. It's not. You got to go to Brooklyn, Jersey, Long Island. That's where like all the actual New Yorkers live. Anyway, this Domino's was glorious. It was like I've never had something touch my mouth that just felt so amazing. And that says a lot.
So good. So that's besides the point. It was the best Domino's I've ever had.
Yeah, it really was.
So after such a delicious Domino's, at this point, it's late, and I go on the couch while everyone's still, like, picking at Domino's, whatever, and I fall asleep.
Which, honestly, just red flag. Like, stop. Why are you doing that? We're in San Diego for 3 days. Why are you sleeping? Like, we're on a bender right now with no drugs. We're on a bender.
No, for real. And please tell them what you did to me, Andrew.
Well, didn't you go? You went in your room, didn't you?
No, I did not. I fell asleep on the couch until I was rudely awakened. Andrew, take it away.
So we already know. Don't fall asleep when we're in San Diego. We don't sleep when we're in San Diego. And I turn my head, I cock my neck, if you will, and I see her curled up like a little fucking baby on the couch with her eyes closed, like peacefully. Me being drunk, like, I can't even explain how I felt. Like, I really, like, the anger went through my body. It went through my veins, Jenna. I could not. So I said, you know what? This will be the last sleep this bitch ever gets. At least in San Diego. And so I just got up and I started screaming, oh my God, we have to leave. We have to go. The landlord's coming. He's screaming at us. He said we were too loud. And I'm just screaming and going off, and Jenna jumps up off the couch and she's like, what's going on? She starts crying. She's crying, running to the bedroom, and she goes in the closet, gets all her stuff, starts throwing all her stuff in her suitcase. She's packing, and I'm like, Jenna, come on, you have to go quicker, like, we're all packed already. And she's on the floor crying, like, what's going on? You're crouched in a fetal position on the floor packing all your shit.
I started packing. my bag. I was so confused, and he's screaming his head off. We're getting kicked out. The landlord says we're being too loud. We're getting kicked out.
And meanwhile, you're screaming, what's going on?
And I kept saying, where's Joe? Where's Joe? Because he kept hiding around the corner, and I was like running around like a chicken without a head. That's all I remember, really.
Which I would not do that sober. I mean, I'm a lot, but like I wouldn't do that sober because I know like anxiety and everything. And what I will say is I'm a very good friend. I'm a very loyal friend.
Absolutely.
But it does take a strong soldier to be my friend.
It does. And guess what? I am so grateful for that story because it was the fun, like talking about it the next day. I don't think I ever laughed so hard. Like I started packing my things.
And I'm not saying like she went over and like went to her suitcase. No, she was throwing all of her clothes, like actually packing her shit, zipping up her, like I was ready for her to get in the car. Like.
Oh, so yeah. Will I ever fall asleep in front of Andrew again? No, I won't admit it. At least maybe this is the way I am. This is why I am the way that
and then I'm
I
like,
am.
why are people so afraid to tell me they're falling asleep? Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that's why. Don't fall asleep in
crazy.
front of Andrew. If you're ever blessed enough to hang out with him, which
Blessed.
Morgan Adams.
Yeah. I have to, okay. I'm not going to talk about her too much because like she's going to get a
Okay.
restraining order.
Oh, I was going to say like let's talk about her episode.
I mean, I was literally just texting her before. Like, we're good friends, but like I don't want to like overdo it. And so what happened was I filmed with Haley and we talked about it. And then Haley couldn't get me the footage. So then I had to film a really quick episode that had to be turned around in like 2 days. And then I talked about Morgan again in that one because that was a redo. And then Haley was able to get me the footage. So then that was like, then I posted the Haley episode and that was like, I talked about her again. And then in my YouTube video, I just wanted to let people know like, oh, an episode with Morgan is coming. So I talked about her on that YouTube video. And then now I want to let everyone know, like, don't worry, like the episode's coming next week. So I'm talking about her again. But then that's it. No more Morgan talk. I mean, unless she
Why
wants me to.
wouldn't
I love
you
her.
talk about her all the time? This is amazing. She's
Yeah.
incredible. We should be gassing this up.
Yeah,
It's going to be
I
awesome.
do-
I can't wait to see it.
This is, I think, the first piece of content I'm filming after I filmed with her, I think, and it went so well. It was juicy. It was fun. We are so similar. It went so well, and I'm so excited for it to come out. But
I'm so excited.
that will be next week's episode, so guys, get ready for that. It's really good. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not. Okay. Speaking of my brother, really quick, we were just talking about him in San Diego. I should probably save this for an episode with him, but he told me a piece of information that I was actually, it really, really shook me to my core.
Do I know about it?
I think you do.
Okay.
He told me that high fives weren't invented until 1977.
Right. He did tell me this as well. And like that would mean that our parents like didn't do high fives when they were kids.
Well, yeah, okay, so he told me because he asked my dad, he was like, oh, like, did you used to high five people as a kid? I don't know, they were talking. My dad was like, no, like, those actually didn't come out until, I was in my 20s. And my brother was like, what?
It is
And
kind of
my dad was like, yeah, like, the high fives didn't, like, they weren't invented until 1977. And we were like, and, okay, so if you asked me, I would think, like, back in, like, the Prohibition era or, like, the 1700s, 1800s, like, they high-fived and it meant something else. And then it just gradually like evolved into what it is today. Nope. It was literally just like, it was from like a sport. Like they did it after like a home run or it was like their thing. It was like, you know how like in football, like people get touchdowns and they like do something after? It was like
Yes.
that, but I think it was actually baseball. I don't know.
Wow.
Is that not crazy?
It is crazy. And I was about to ask you like where was the first high five, but I guess if it was in baseball.
I could tell you exactly right now, actually. I think. Okay.
Wow.
There are many origin stories of the high five, but the first and two most documented candidates are Dusty Baker and Glenn Burke of the Los Angeles Dodgers professional baseball team. On October 2nd, 1977.
Everyone saw that. They're like, that's it. That's it.
But like I just feel like the high five is so part of common everyday everything. Like
yeah,
it's not
it really
like,
is. It's funny how things start like that. We should
That
try and
literally-
gather more of those. If you guys have any like fun facts like that, I want to know.
I love those, like how Venus flytraps are only native to North Carolina.
That was a very mind-blowing one.
That blew my titties around my back. Literally.
Andrew, I need to talk about some deep-rooted trauma.
What?
Are you ready to listen?
I'm ready.
Youth League Soccer.
Youth League Soccer?
Youth League Soccer.
Did you play that?
I did attempt to play Youth League Soccer. I was telling Joe about this the other day. And it like so discouraged me from any other sport for the rest of my life.
Is that the only sport you've ever done?
Well, besides like cheerleading and dance and stuff like that. But like, yes, the only like competitive sport like that.
Okay.
I was a child in the single digits age-wise. Yeah. And they would throw me out on the field like to play defense. And I didn't know what defense was. And I was like, how did all these kids know, like, okay, you go here for, like, they never taught us how to play. And it pisses me off. And if my kid was ever on one of those teams, I'd be like, you better teach these kids how to play. Because I felt like an idiot and everyone would yell at me.
Jenna?
Where's defense? Like, where is that? Where do I stand? What do I do?
I'm sorry. I really think we're autistic. Because I feel the same way. Like, even it goes to, like, also class. Like, how do all these kids understand what the teacher's talking about? Like,
sure.
And, like, with sports, I did every sport. And, like, I remember with football, they put me on a team that was 2 years older for me. And
wow.
They said it was, okay. Because, like, I guess because, like, I think my brother was also playing. And they were like, oh, like, he could play with his brother, whatever. But it was 2 years older for me. And they said it was because I was so short. I was like a secret weapon. I could go after their legs.
That's actually
Jenna, that did not happen. I was steamrolled. Steamrolled.
Okay, so let's rewind a little bit. Did they teach you how to play?
No, and that's what I was. They never taught me how to play. Maybe they did, but I think that's the autism of it all. Like
maybe
they never taught me how to play, but somehow everyone else knew.
Yes.
And all I was looking at on the paper were circles and lines and arrows, and I was like, okay, got it. And then I'd be literally running towards the McDonald's sign and getting steamrolled into the mud. I'd be getting cleated.
I can't believe you played. You and Joe in an alternate universe were the Kelsey brothers.
Yeah, but in this universe, I'm Taylor Swift.
Yes.
I'm the male Taylor Swift. And something else, okay, so they put me on T-ball when I was in like first grade. And I'm on T-ball, and I got kicked off the team, Jenna, because they would put me in the field without a chair, and I would sit on the ground and try to catch the flies because like they were attacking me. So I would like try to catch the flies, and they told my mom, they were like, we're sorry, but like he's just sitting in the grass. And like the balls would be rolling past me, Jenna.
I'm telling you, like childhood sports can be traumatizing.
Yes.
And like, did the kids on the teams make fun of you for not like doing stuff right? Because they made fun of me.
Jenna, the only sport I ever completed was track in 8th grade.
I did track too, actually. I just forgot.
And the whole team told me they would get pissed and they would be like, you're only doing this because you're fat and you're trying to lose weight. Like, you don't actually like track. And I was like, what about it? My mom made me join.
So I actually did. I tried track and field. Maybe 9th grade or something. So I was like just entering high school, and like we were figuring out what like our events would be.
Yeah.
So I tried the hurdles, and I was actually kind of good at them. But
yeah.
I like hit one hurdle with my toe, and I tumbled into the football field while the football team was practicing, and I never showed up to practice after that incident.
Really? I would have laid there until like one of the football players came over and were like, are you okay? It would have been like that Noah Beck movie. I haven't seen it, but like the quarterback's brother. What the fuck was it?
I never heard of it.
Noah Beck, his movie just came out on Tubi.
Oh,
apparently it's good.
Wow. Okay, so first Addison Rae with He's All That. Did you see that?
Yeah. I did see it. She was good.
It was cute.
I have a really unpopular opinion about Addison Rae.
No, say it. Speak your truth.
Okay. I love her. I really do like her. I always liked her. And I am always rooting for someone's blast off to fame. Like, always, always, always for it. And, like, I always want to see someone get more and more famous. And, like, I want to see that with Addison. I want to see her get there. I would love to see her, like, have a #1 song, right? But I fear, Jenna... I fear she's just doing a little too much. like I think, and what I mean is like, First of all, I feel like she's just trying to be a little too weird.
Yeah, it doesn't come off as genuine to me.
Like she's posting Instagram pictures that are like really like just weird poses.
Yeah,
but, like,
you sent me one of them. But here's the problem, Andrew. Like, I'm all for somebody being weird and out there. I'm a Lady Gaga fan,
Me
for
too.
God's sake.
But
It doesn't feel
forced.
genuine. It doesn't feel genuine with Addison because you got to where you are by being like the all-American princess. And that's not to say you can't have a transition, but this like transition into the weird feels a little unnatural, and I think that's why it doesn't sit right with you.
Yeah, and it's not like it doesn't sit right with me. Like, I hate her. Like, honestly, do it. Like, if it's working for you, do it, because I love to see a success story.
Yeah,
but
me
I'm just
too.
like, like you said, it doesn't feel genuine. Like, she's posting like the weirdest poses like on Instagram, and I'm just like try a chamoy pickle. You know, like we just want to see you eat a chamoy pickle, or like.
Well, she's not like she's moving away from that influencer vibe. Actually, she's completely moved away from it, right?
Yeah, and honestly, I have to say it worked, because she used to get so much hate when she was an influencer. So like, I guess it did
Yeah.
work. Honestly,
She's like a
props
real
to her.
celebrity now. She's like an Emma Chamberlain now.
Yeah, I'm just like, I would love to see more of her like personality.
Yeah, me too.
Rather than just like her doing like the weird poses personally.
No, I agree with that. I love seeing people's personalities, but like maybe I don't know. You know
It's
what?
working for her.
Yeah, let's just I don't know. Let's see where it goes. I'm all for her getting like big as well.
Me
she
too.
could be like a
Like,
pop princess.
I want to see
She-
her have like a #1.
She would be like the lip syncing pop princess. Like she could be like a Britney if she
Yeah.
plays her cards right.
Yeah, there's
Because
talks
there's
of
no
like
way she can sing live, right?
maybe I don't
Charlie
know.
XCX brought
That
her
was
out.
crazy.
Charlie XCX brought her out on her sweat tour, and it was the like most obvious lip sync I've ever seen, which is totally fine if you can like play that. But
I am obsessed. You know, I was never a fan of the Brat era. Like, I didn't hate it. It just, I wasn't a fan of it. But Charlie's new song that's going viral, which is actually an old song, it's going viral on TikTok right now, and I like cannot get it out of my head.
I feel like if you just sat and listened to Brat, you'd be obsessed.
That's the thing. I feel like I can't just sit and listen to Brat.
Well,
I feel like
okay, yeah, Drive maybe.
I feel like I have to be like rolling up 20s and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. It's definitely more of like a party. You know what? Brat wasn't for you, but you're finding your place in the Charlie XCX of it all, and I appreciate that because I appreciate her as an artist.
Yeah. I like I said, I thought Brat was album of the year. Like, it wasn't for me. Speaking of, we're in our little music talk right now. Queen, glorious, mother, Bhad Bhabie.
Oh my gosh, tell me all about it, Andrew. I've been waiting for him to tell me about this entire lore.
Oh my God. Okay, so she has beef with Alabama Barker, who is Travis Barker's daughter. Travis Barker from Blink-182. He's married to Khloe Kardashian, whatever. Alabama kind of got into the whole rap game. Got into the whole rap game. I don't want to talk bad about Alabama because she's like 19. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? But Bhad Bhabie, long story short, I'll call her Danielle because her baby daddy cheated on her with Alabama Barker, and her and Alabama were really good friends.
Wait, Bhad Bhabie has a baby?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, Bhad Bhabie, that's why I'm calling her Danielle, because I feel like I'm going to get confused with all the
Right.
babies. So, her baby daddy cheated on her with Alabama Barker, and her and Alabama were really close and good friends. So, I won't get into that whole
Wow.
lore because obviously, like, they're young girls. Like, I shouldn't even be getting into that. But it blew up. Alabama wound up releasing a diss track towards Danielle, Bhad Bhabie, and apparently Machine Gun Kelly wrote it. And it's, to me, it sounds exactly like the rap that ruined Iggy Azalea's career.
Oh.
It's like not good. It's like boom, 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 pat.
Tie your marks.
Yeah, exactly.
I win.
That of it all. That's what it sounded like. And then Danielle just dropped like a sample of hers because like it's not out yet. And first of all, it is on a Kanye track. So, you know, Kanye's like tie into the Kardashians.
Yeah.
I hate him, but
Yeah.
she put it on a Kanye track because his tie into the Kardashians, which is hilarious. And her lines are insane. She literally, Caesar beep like the bad words, but she said, "You suck the straight out my."
That's wild.
I would go into witness protection. I would cut my hair dye it, grow a mustache, and become Amish.
Wait, so you mentioned briefly to me, is she talking about Tyga in that line?
No, so okay, Tyga's somewhere in there, but like I forget. I got it mixed up. What she was talking about with that is her baby daddy. So
Okay.
she said.
Who
she said
is the
that
baby
line.
daddy? Do we know him?
He's some guy. I don't know.
Okay.
She also had another line where she said something along the lines of like, "You take after your stepmom, you take everyone's second hand," which is relating to how Travis Barker used to have a book that he wrote, and he said he was in love with Kim Kardashian in
Yes.
that book, and then later he wound up marrying
Kourtney.
Oh my God, Kourtney Kardashian, which is crazy. Like
So-
like
Yeah, that's so creative also. I don't know. I think Bhad Bhabie's awesome. I really do.
she also wrote it herself,
Yeah, of course she did.
and
She's
it's
amazing.
good. Like it sounds good.
I need to listen to the whole thing. I
It's
loved
not
her
out yet.
Gucci flip flops.
Yeah,
I like
Gucci
that song.
flip flops, bitch in the sun. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I loved it, but it's not out
Diamonds
yet.
dripping
so-
off of the clock.
Oh, you know the words.
Well, just like that one part. But like her voice sounded good. I'm very excited that you introduced me to this beef because somehow I was not aware of it, but I'm going to look into it. I wanted you to explain it all to me.
Yeah, normally I really don't care. Like I don't care about like beef like that, celebrity beef, this, that.
No, that's
but
fun. This one's fun.
that one line really hooked me. Also, I kind of think it's funny because she's like trying to fight her like physically, and
Right.
like so she's telling her like meet up and like they'll fight. Like I think because I was such a fan of Bad Girls Club.
Yeah.
It's just like that. I was.
Yes.
She should have been on Bad Girls Club. And oh my God, I'm obsessed because she keeps telling her to catch her outside.
Oh, no way. A
Yeah,
callback
so-
to Dr. Phil. Fuck Dr. Phil, by the way. Piece of
Yeah,
shit.
so Alabama Barker put like in her song, I guess she thought it was gonna be like a dig at her. Like she put like "Catch Me Outside," and so Danielle like she was like, "No, I will catch you outside. Like come catch me outside," which is I
How
just
about
love.
it?
Yeah, literally, I love. So I'm obsessed with that, and I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen next.
She's cool.
girls
I'm
are
so
fighting.
glad she like stayed relevant. I really am.
Oh my gosh, she did more than stay relevant.
She
You know how
had
much
like
she made,
queen.
right?
She had queen energy. Yeah, I know she was like #1 on OnlyFans. She's smart. I'm on the Bhad Bhabie train. Bad Bunny and Bhad Bhabie.
Yes. Oh yeah, you are on the Bad Bunny train. I had to think
I
for a
am.
second who that was. Do you have anything else, or should we get into calls?
Ooh, I think we should get into calls.
So we'll take some of the ones that people sent into the Instagram, and then we'll take the actual audio calls after.
Perfect.
This one sent in from an anonymous sender.
Ooh.
Well, anonymous to you guys. I've been dating a guy for 3 years. I'm still in love with my ex, who I slept with a few weeks ago. That was a confession.
Oh.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. I'd break up with the poor soul. Break
Yeah.
up with him. Why?
I think, like-
also, why is this other guy your ex?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, maybe like he doesn't want her. I guess we would
Maybe.
need more context, but like I don't think cheating's ever good.
No, that's
Like,
horrible. I do
don't-
not condone that whatsoever. Thank you for
I guess-
confessing. We all have our reasons for doing what we do. I can't really back you up on this. You kind of suck for that to your current partner.
We love you.
Sorry.
We love you. But, like-
I do. I love you.
You kind of stink. You kind of stink the house down.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we're not judging because we're asking for confessions.
No.
So honestly, you're kind of slaying the episode right now. So we love you
Thank
for that.
you. Thank you
Just
for that.
don't cheat anymore, silly goose.
Either just break up with. You're still in love with somebody else. I mean, you're not. I know this person's not asking for advice, but like,
Yeah. Advice on getting through seasonal depression. I'm like, move to Florida.
you know what? I don't have any tips.
Really?
Because I love the seasons. I love the winter. I love being freezing. I love
don't
the
get-
cold.
You don't get seasonal depression?
I don't think so. I love
Oh.
Joe and I. A big piece of our lore is that we love overcast, disgusting days so much. We love them. We live for them. Like if I have to go to
That's-
work on like a crappy day, I'm pissed because I'm like, I want to be off so I can really enjoy this.
That's crazy. To me, I love those days in Florida because when it's like that in Florida, it's like a tropical storm. Like it's dark clouds and lightning. That I love. But
Okay.
in New York, when it's just gray and there's no leaves, there's no color anywhere, I'm fine. I'm fine until Christmas is over, and then I'm like, get me out of here.
No, yeah. I love the winter. I love the season. So I don't really have any advice, but like, I don't know, maybe like try to find a really like fun and comforting winter activity, I guess, to get you through it.
Yeah, I also think that maybe I think a lot of times like they when doing your nails for the winter or decorating for the winter, it's very like hush colors, but you don't have to do that. I think in the winter, when you live up north, you need more color. So maybe if you're doing like a little like winter redo of your living room or blankets, put a little more color in your
Ooh, I
house
love
in the
that.
winter, and then in
Yeah.
the summer it's more colorful outside. And then also, I always needed something to like look forward to during my seasonal depression. So I would book little like 2-day trips or 3-day trips.
That's a good
Places.
idea. Or
You know
like,
what I mean?
why don't you like work on your summer glow up during the winter? I feel like that's a good idea. I'm not
She's
going to
telling
take
us to
that
work out,
advice,
guys.
but like maybe you can like get a facial, work on your skincare, like do hair treatments and stuff so that like by the time summer comes, you're like glowing. Like
That's good.
put your energy into that. I don't know. I
Yeah,
just thought
that's
of
good.
that. Or just become like me and love the winter.
I'm 24, still a virgin. I'm ready to have sex with my boyfriend. How should I bring it up? I guess I would need a little more context. Like, if he's wanting to do it, I feel like it should be pretty easy to bring up. I mean, also, like, I think a lot of times it's good if it's a discussion, like, hey, I'm ready for this, I'm ready for, whatever. But also, if it doesn't necessarily have to be a discussion, you could kind of just go for it.
I feel like a good time to bring something up is like when you're doing something mundane. So like you're sitting on the couch watching TV and just like in your head be like, just say it. Just say it. I don't think it has to be this whole big discussion. Just casually bring it up. Maybe it'll be like less pressure.
Yeah, that is such a good like piece of advice because a lot of times, we all make things bigger in our head, and it becomes so
Yeah.
much bigger. But like, don't even like think about it. Just bring it up.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
literally,
suffering.
It's not a big
You're
deal.
suffering like thinking about it. Like, ooh, how do I bring it up? Just do it.
I'm just so
Sounds
different
like
because
so bad.
I've always been such an open book. So like,
Same.
I literally with Zach, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, you lead the way. Like, I don't.
Aw.
But also, like, I was a bottom, so it's kind of just like,
No, I don't.
you just lay there
Oh, okay.
at first.
Power bottom.
At-
Are you a power
well-
bottom?
I still don't know what a power bottom is.
I think it's like a bottom that puts in a little more effort than just laying there.
I think, yeah.
Is it?
I don't know what it is. I never know. Because every time I've said it's like 10 things at this point, and people are like, you're so wrong. So, like, I just don't even know anymore. Honestly, like, I have no idea what it is. Like, I guarantee you people are going to be like, a power bottom is the, and we're going to get like 10 different answers.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see. Let's hear your theories out there.
I thought a power bottom is like a bottom who takes more charge. Like,
Yeah,
maybe, like,
that's kind of what I meant. Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like people are always like, that is not what it is. And I'm like, well, what do I shoot lasers out of my asshole? What's a power bottom then? Like, do I have
Maybe.
powers out of my ass?
Yeah, so to that person, just bring it up, I guess. Like, I don't know. That's not really like
You're
advice,
dating.
but it also is. Yeah, you're dating. Like, you should be able to
And
talk about
24.
things, and this is good practice for when you actually like need to bring other stuff up. So
Also, I was 23 when I lost my virginity, so don't feel bad about that.
yeah, no, it doesn't sound like they seem like they feel bad, which you absolutely shouldn't.
How can I find people to get into a relationship with? I tried dating apps and nothing works.
This one's so hard.
I think that when you're searching for it, it feels and seems a lot harder than it actually is. So, like, you can't just go on a dating app for a week or a month and be like, I still haven't found the love of my life, the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with and have kids with and build a whole family with. You can't just, you have to put a lot of time and work into like such a big decision.
Yeah.
And you date around on the dating apps. You know, there could be someone that maybe you're not the most attracted to at first, but if you go on a date with them, that could all change. Or
Yeah.
you never know what could happen. So I think you should date around more with the dating apps. And also ask people you know personally. Be like, do you know anyone who like is single? Who would want?
Yeah,
I
that
think
works sometimes.
your friends know you, your family knows you, and a lot of times they have friends. They have friends who have friends. They have friends who have friends who have friends. Like, you never know. So I think you could ask around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to say the obvious because obviously, like, I work at home. I don't like have coworkers. I'm just alone all the time. I am in a relationship, but like, I just think like using your personal networking and use the dating apps. Stay on the dating apps. Don't I always see people are like, I deleted them. But like, it could be when you delete them that the person you're looking for.
Also,
So
make
just
sure
keep at it.
you're very like happy and secure with yourself first, because if you're not, people, even if they don't realize it, they can read that all over you. So just make sure you put a lot of love and care into yourself and your relationship with yourself, which you may already have. But my biggest advice is like, be patient with the dating apps. It's really like, it's the main way that us people these days can really figure things out. Or meet new people. So just give it a little bit more patience.
How to deal with everyone around you being further along in their life than you. I feel like we could both relate to that.
Oh,
Just because you said
yeah.
like a lot of your friends are married and
Yeah, a lot of my friends are married, have kids, like, and I did feel very behind for a long time. I was also the last one to like move out of my parents' house. So the way to deal with that for me was just, if you want to be where they are, don't get complacent.
yeah.
You know, like things will happen. It happens later for some people. It happened later for me. It's like happens later for Andrew.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to get down on yourself, but
I was always like, it's everyone goes at their own pace. Like I never had a relationship before I was 23 or 22, whatever it was. I never lost my virginity, never had my first kiss until that age. Like, and all of my friends lost their virginity, did this, this, and that. And I was comparing myself. But then I found Zach, who is the person I'm going to marry. I'm with for 9 years. And most of my friends from back then are still single. So it's kind of like some people are ahead at certain points and other people aren't. Same with career. All my friends like were graduating college and I was like, oh, I'm going to do YouTube. But then at a certain point, I was making more than them. Like, you know, with my job. And it's like, don't compare yourself. Everyone goes at their own pace. I mean, if you were like a case study and you guys did everything exactly the same your whole entire life, like made every one of the same decisions your entire life and they were ahead, then I would say, okay, worry. Like, but
yeah.
Everyone does things at different times and at certain points you're going to pass each other. And even if you don't, that's okay. Like, as long as you're happy, like, don't look around you and say, I'm not happy with this because Jenna has better. Look around you and be like, wow, like, I did this for myself. I bought my couch. You know, like, I have a relationship. I did this for myself, and I'm happy with it. Don't compare.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Don't compare. You'll get to where you want to go. Just, like, give yourself a little slack.
Oh, moving in with your significant other for the first time. I have stuff to say on that.
Yeah.
Like,
Is
it could be
it
scary.
advice for moving in?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
For me, Zach was always very, very, very independent. And when we moved in together for the first time, he first moved in my house for a couple of years. And that was different because, like, my parents were there, family was there, whatever. But when we moved into our first apartment for the first time, there were definitely some complications on my end because I wasn't used to it just being us two. So, like, I wasn't thinking, like, I have to buy laundry detergent. I have to take out the garbage. I was like, oh, like, I'll do it, like, if I see a full, but, like, you know, it'll happen otherwise. Like, I was still in that mentality. So, like, and Zach is someone who holds things in. So it came to a point where he kind of, like, I don't want to say blew up, but, like, in his own way, like, was like, you're not doing this, and this. And I was like, I didn't even realize. And he's like, how do you not realize that you're not taking out the garbage? And I was like, it genuinely just was not something I ever had to worry about. Or, like, at my house, sure, I would take out the garbage if I saw it full, but, like, I was never checking, like, does the garbage need to be taken out? How full are we on laundry detergent? I need to do the dishes.
That is a great, great point. And especially coming from people who, like, only lived with their parents their whole life to doing that, that is very good advice. My advice would be, and actually Joe and I did this because we bought a house together, and I think it's important because we weren't even engaged when we bought the house. Yeah. We got engaged shortly after, but, like, have a conversation, like, making sure that you're on the same page. Like, if you want to get married one day, does this person want to get married one day? Like, just make sure that you guys have the same, like, idea of what your life wants, like, what you want your life to be.
Yeah.
And make sure you always have open communication living together. That's my advice.
That's a really good point because we did get a lot of questions on, like, they feel like they're different from their significant other.
Yeah.
They feel like they don't have the same hobbies. And people were asking for advice on that. And for me, Zach and I could not be more different.
Yeah.
We could not be polar opposites, but in the end, out of life, we want the same things. Like, Zach doesn't like video games like I do. Like, we don't really like doing the same things, but in the grand scheme of things, we do. But, like, the little things, like video games, stuff like that, like, we don't like doing the same things like that. So, out of life, we want the same things, and I think that's fine. Like, you don't... Because I also saw other questions of people saying, how do I be my own person in a relationship and not just become who I'm dating? And for me, that was like just respecting that you guys respect your differences.
100%. I think that's totally fine. And I'm sure for some people it's a problem to have two different it's fun to have the same hobbies, but like it can totally work if you don't. And I think it's also good in a way, like to get that time doing what you enjoy, like away from each other. Sometimes, and then like focusing on different things together. So I think that's totally fine.
Yeah, because like if Zach loved video games as much as I do, like I think I would be twice the weight I am now. And I think my house would be very dirty because like we would both just be rotting and playing. But like we really balance each other out. Like I think you need to respect your partner's differences. And
I love that. Yeah.
Learn to love their differences rather than get mad that they're not more like you. And
unless their hobby is like doing crack in an alley.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be mad at that.
And also take out the garbage. Take out the garbage. Check the laundry detergent.
Garbage. Joe is the garbage guy in our household.
Yeah. That's more different in like straight couples.
Yeah, for sure. Right. You guys have to like assign your you don't have like specific roles. Not that we stick to like classic roles.
No,
but then again, we kind of do. I do the laundry. Joe takes out the garbage.
I'm sure Joe drives mostly.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Like
he doesn't want to get in the car with me, but that's another story.
That's just how it is like in a lot of relationships. It's not like you're conforming to the societal standards of a man and a woman. But like with me and Zach, there's like the lines are so blurred. So like I empty the dishwasher and he fills the dishwasher. So like
ooh, that's good.
We have things like that where like I hate touching the dishes in the sink. It's my work. Like I would rather die than touch the dirty dishes.
You've said this before, and this fear started at Chili's when you'd see the wet food on the plates.
It will make me throw up.
Did you just gag?
Yes, it's disgusting. And so he's not really too bothered by it. So he'll put it in. He hates, because he's so tall, he hates emptying the dishwasher because he's constantly having to like bend so far down. So I'm like, I'll do it. It's like
perfect. Yeah, for me. I think like having clear guidelines like that it makes more of like a harmonious like lifestyle at home.
Yeah, and over time, like it's not easy at first. Don't ever be like, why is this so hard? It's never easy at first.
No, of course not.
I think we could take the audio calls now.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
Hi, Andrew. Hi, Jenna. My name's Lily, and I was wondering if I could get some advice about friendships because I feel like I have always been the person, and I've been told this all my life, that I get pushed around really easily. And right now I am dealing with two friends and another friend who we all went to high school together, and two of my friends don't like this friend I've been hanging out with, and I'm trying to keep it a secret, but yet that friend that they don't like is trying to ask me to move in with her as well. So I have to keep that a secret from two of my other best friends. There was some drama in high school apparently, even though I wasn't even sure what was going on, and they're all like best friends of mine. I've known them since 6th grade. Like, what do I do, Do I tell them and, like, they get mad at me and but I don't want them to, not be my friend anymore because I just think that they would be if they found out I was hanging out with her. And so I'm really scared or do I just keep it a secret for as long as I can? What should I do? Thank you. Love the podcast.
Okay.
I love you. You sound so sweet and nice.
She does, and that could happen a lot to sweet people. They could be pushed around.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I've definitely had that issue in my life.
I think so. Obviously, there's always there's always room for more context. So I think if this friend that you're supposedly going to be moving in with is bad news, and the other girls like just notice that she's bad news, maybe she's into something dangerous or whatever, then I would say, okay, I kind of agree with them. But if they're just being kind of like mean girls, then I would say you tell them. It's always good to be honest. That way you don't have anything weighing on you because it's taking away from your time and your mental space. So tell them, and don't go into it like, ooh, guys, I got to tell you something, because then they're going to feel like they could be dominant and push you around. Now, don't go in guns blazing, but just be like, listen, guys, financially or whatever it may be, this is the best decision for me. I'm moving in with them. You guys don't have to come over. We could hang out at your place. We could go to Chili's. We could do whatever.
Chili's is a good common ground. Yeah, 100. Was she saying like, I don't know if I should keep it a secret from them? Yeah, don't keep it a secret from them. Definitely not, because if they can't handle like a decision that you're making for you, then they might not be good friends. And I know it feels like the end of the world to have friends mad at you, but like you can only do so much. Like water your own grass, make sure that you are living the life that you want to live. And like I would be upfront with them and, you know, tell them why. And I do think that we need more context. It didn't sound like this friend she's moving in with is a bad person though.
Maybe she doesn't want to admit it. I'm just saying,
maybe
like,
not. Yeah.
That's going to. I'm not saying she is. I'm just saying if she is bad news, like I would never want to be like, yeah, move in with her if she is like bad news and into something dangerous. But that aside, like if she is just a nice girl and they're being mean girls, I think you should tell them. And if they're mad, drop them, because if you're already not going to be making certain decisions, huge decisions on your life, like where you're going to live, where you're going to reside based off of your friends, you're always going to be living your life for them if you keep them around, because they're going to judge everything you do, and you're going to back down and just do what they want. Like, so drop them, because you need to live your life for you, not for anyone else.
Yes, and that's something you learn as you get older too. Like people who are not serving you, like friends who are not serving you, like enriching your life, fulfilling your life, they might be better off not your friends.
Yeah.
So you need to dig deep down. I know it feels like the end of the world though to like lose like friends, because she's known them since high school, so like that's her crew. But it sounds like they're being kind of mean. So
yeah, and like also assess, you know, maybe they could be jealous. Like maybe they're like,
yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking too. Like maybe they're jealous that she's moving in with this girl.
And like, or like maybe the girl's pretty and they're like bearded big backs from Alabama. Can I not say? Sorry, Alabama Barker. She's on my mind. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm a bearded big back.
You're a bearded big back. Please stop.
Jenna, there's actually like, if you look in the dictionary next to bearded big back, it's a picture of me.
Okay.
Someone commented, I'm the fat Nikocado avocado.
That was so mean.
I can't believe I'm the fat Nikocado avocado.
I don't like that you can say that now. Like, because he's skinny now.
Thank you. Yeah, I know.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I think, we have so many more, but we could save a little for each episode.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for calling in. We have more calls. If you want to leave calls, that's all going to be on the Instagram. You guys can do that. Make sure you're following us on all of our social medias, our personal Instagrams. I am back on YouTube. Go watch my video and I'll be posting more. And Jenna, it's been a while since we filmed with you. We had to get back in the rhythm.
I know. It's very exciting. I'm getting back into it. I really did miss it, so.
You guys have been slaying with the comments. Yes. We actually could not believe how many comments my last solo episode got. It was crazy. So I think it's like at like 450 comments. So
that's crazy. That's awesome.
Let's try to beat that. Let's try to beat that amount of comments on this episode. Also, this is going to be the episode that people come and watch, like from Morgan's episode. So
hope it was good.
Anyway, we love you guys so much, and we will see you. Well, next week will be the Morgan episode, but me and Jenna will see you the week after that.
Bye, guys.
Bye.